Welcome to Xero Uncut. I'm Xero.
And I'm Bobby, and I see you added some stuff to the intro.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I added some stuff to the intro. Were you reading it? Were you?
Folks, I did not know that happened. And you spelled reporter wrong.
Yeah, I know. I need to change that.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to put a new one on there anyway with the new logo. So don't worry.
I'm watching it, and I'm like, I don't remember this last week.
No, I've edited.
Okay, I'm pretty sure this is new. Okay.
Yeah, I need to edit it. I forget. Don't worry, we'll have a new intro again next week. It'll be completely different again next week. I'm playing at the moment. I'm playing
every week for the year of 2023. New intro.
Yeah, we're gonna have a different one next week again. I might even roll a Rumble theme it. Might roll a Rumble theme it next week.
There you go.
Might do. You know, or Raw 30 theme it. But yeah, no, we'll take it from there anyway.
Raw 30.
Yeah. Well then, we need to open the show slightly differently this week then anyway, don't we? Because of some events from yesterday now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's get out of the way first that neither of us watched NXT because of everything that happened.
Yeah.
So we won't be recapping NXT this week. Next week I have a fun Rumble game prepared.
Yeah.
So I will be making you guys up to you guys in that aspect.
Yeah.
But so I guess should I just dive right into what
happened? Yeah, might as well. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I can bring the news that came to light today.
Yeah.
Jay Briscoe, I do not Jamin Pugh. I'm probably pronouncing his real life name wrong, and I apologize.
Is it Jamin? Isn't it Jamin?
Jamin Pugh. I know how to pronounce his last name. I'm not sure on the first name. But Jay Briscoe, one half of the ROH World Tag Team Champions, one half of the Briscoe brothers, as you know them, sadly and tragically passed away yesterday at the age of 38 in a car accident. Now, it came to light today that a woman crossed over into his lane and hit him head on. He was not wearing his seatbelt. His daughters were. I don't know if you knew his daughters were in the car.
Yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah.
So they're in surgery. The mom, their mom and his wife said something along the lines of, "We hope to get her little legs walking again." So that's just reading that is absolutely terrifying, and so where I was last night, that certainly threw me off because news was coming out, and then of course, just like when Brody Lee passed away, everybody was tweeting what a good guy he was, and honestly, I did not know he was that loved by many people because the networks wanted nothing to do with them because of what he said, and what he said was wrong, sure. I won't debate that one, but to lose your life at 38 that way, just absolutely awful, you know?
Yeah. I do just want to bring something up on that one, talking about obviously what he said and stuff. I've been scrolling today, as I do normally, through Twitter and that, and just keeping quiet on a few things. But I do want to say something on here because I seen something earlier which absolutely shocked me at somebody's comment on there. They took me and I said, it's such a shame that Tony Khan never actually put him on TV. Now, it wasn't actually Tony's decision at all.
Yeah, he would have. He would have put him on.
He would have, but it was actually the networks who took him and said no because of what happened. So it wasn't anything to do with Tony at all. So the idiots
and also not the time to say that.
Yeah,
but
Here's
my take on this. Was I the biggest Briscoe brothers fan? Absolutely not. I didn't watch ROH, not one bit. Whether you love the guy, whether you hate the guy, I don't think anybody would have wanted him to lose his life at 38 the way he did. Just
no.
It's just like I said, it's just heartbreaking to see. Especially a father and a brother, a father to young children.
Yeah.
That's definitely not the way to go out.
No.
And it seems, and my prayers, it seemed, were answered because I was hoping he didn't do anything stupid with his kids in the car. And with the exception, the only thing it seemed like he did wrong was not wearing his seatbelt.
Yeah.
But like I said, no drugs, no drinking. It seemed like he was just the victim, and he clearly was. And I'm so happy about that. Because I've seen these wrestlers go drunk driving and stuff, and these athletes, and it's like, man. But it seemed like that didn't happen, and thankfully, it's and today's his brother's birthday, and it's like,
which is another kick, isn't it? Yeah, kick in the teeth.
Yeah. He tweeted 5 hours prior about a new hat he got. Yeah. His mom was promoting their upcoming matches, and like it came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading it, and I read Tony Khan's tweet. That's the first one I read. And he said his real life name, and I'm like, oh, what's this? AEW employee? And I read further, and it said Jay Briscoe. I'm like, no. I'm like, really? And the weirdest thing of them all, Jay Briscoe and Brody Lee, both their matches were a dog collar match. Both their last matches, and one won a belt and one lost a belt.
Yeah.
So weird facts. And it was December, and they were only 2 weeks apart, like 3 weeks apart on their death days.
Yeah.
So it was just really weird. But yeah, like I said, that certainly took over the news. NXT even mentioned Jay Briscoe's passing, which classy move.
Yeah.
They were going to do a funeral segment. Did you see this?
Yeah. I heard about this one. Yeah.
New Day was going to do a funeral segment for Pretty Deadly's tag team chances, but news came to light, and Triple H and New Day said, yeah, no, probably not the best move. Yeah. Hats off to them for awareness. Some card subject to change is always the way out, and sometimes it's stupid for what they do when they say card subject to change, but this is one of the few times where it's like, yeah, okay, we're on board with that. Like, I don't know if you remember in 2021 with Darby and Ethan Page.
No, I don't know.
So Darby was set to face Ethan Page in a casket match in Florida, but the day before they were set to have that match, a building collapsed in Florida, and they were still looking for people, and it was just a brutal scene, and they thought like, maybe we should delay this a week till Texas, and it's like, and people were like, how could you delay it? And it's like, well, sometimes real life gets in the way, and sometimes you got to pivot for real life, and both instances they were right to either delay it or scrap it, and like I said, I wasn't the biggest Briscoes fan. Not that I hated them. I just never watched ROH. But never, I would not like a wrestler to lose their life at 38 the way they did.
Yeah.
Simply put, yeah. Whether I love them or hate them, wouldn't want that on my worst enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but enough of the somber stuff, I guess. So I imagine AEW is going to do something tonight, and if I'm Warner Brothers, I'm burying them not having the Briscoes on. Let the brother on. Yeah, because Jay was the one that said it. Yeah, and you gotta let that go now. Like, obviously.
Yeah.
Let the brother on, let the family on. They could do like a whole Brody Lee tribute. Now, would they do it tonight? I don't know, because
they'll probably do something small tonight, and then probably like an entire show or something like
a 10-bell salute. Because it's like, could they invite the family and the brother to the show? Sure, but would they want to come on? That's like completely up to them, because like
personally, I reckon they might do something big at the next Ring of Honor show. Because of course,
because it's in March. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, they could stretch it out until then.
Because, like I said, everybody's different, and it's only been 24 hours, so it's like,
yeah.
And his daughters are in surgery, so it's like, yeah, I think.
Yeah, I would say stretch it out till
And also, Ring of Honor TV is coming soon, so I imagine you can do a tribute there. Yeah. But I don't remember what the Ring of Honor show is called in March. It's Mania weekend. I know that.
Yeah. So they'll probably do something then, I expect. So.
Yeah, I will not be attending that show. At least I don't think I will be. Because it is in the afternoon.
Yeah, you'll probably be doing a lot of stuff on you, I expect. Like, probably meet and greets and that again.
Yeah, I'm meeting the Young Bucks.
Or NXT. Because that's on the same time, I think, again.
No, Ring of Honor's Friday, NXT Saturday.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Yeah. I mean, it's really up to the people I'm going with. If they want to go, sure, let's go. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But, probably doing meet and greets then, or just seeing California for what it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. All right.
We might as well move on.
We get to SmackDown.
Yeah, might as well start SmackDown. So
and you know what? I wanted to move on from the somber stuff, but I'm bringing it right back. What just happened? Okay. Wait. Okay. There we go. All right. So to start, we had Braun Strowman versus Gunther for the IC title. Now, if Braun Strowman's boots looked a little weird to you, that's because there was meaning behind it. He dedicated the match to a young fan. He had Green Bay Packers boots. For those of you that don't know, the Green Bay Packers are a football team in Wisconsin. They're actually my favorite team, believe it or not. Where was it? Okay. Yeah, Braun Strowman had Green Bay Packer boots. He dedicated that to a young fan who... Okay, Michael Cole told the viewers of the boots Braun Strowman wore in conjunction with the Green Bay Packers and in honor of a young man who died in the 2021. If you Wisconsin fans are out there, you're probably going to be irate with this pronouncing, but Waukesha Christmas parade attack. Now that was just over 2 years ago, of course. Braun was not. No, Braun was in the company last Christmas, but I guess I guess he just. But I guess they weren't in Green Bay. I guess nice gesture by the big man. Braun Strowman's actually a very nice guy. On Twitter, he's not.
No, definitely not. No, I've seen that.
Yeah. On Twitter, he goes rogue. But
Yeah.
in real life, I've met the man and I chatted with him for about 10 minutes at a convention last year, right before he came back. Super, super nice guy. And then he stood up and I said, "Oh, hi, sir." I'm like, "Oh, hello." Big boy. But Gunther retains. Strowman was holding the shoulder, so that was out there. I imagine Gunther is going to lose that belt soon if rumors are true that he's facing Brock.
Well, actually, I'll say something on this now. He might not be. He might not be.
No,
they're changing it around again now.
Who faced Brock?
Lashley.
No.
But it could actually be, and this is the surprising part, they are discussing doing it for the US title. Basically. Yeah.
Brock and Lashley for the US title?
It all depends on next week because at the moment, Bobby's down to potentially take the belt off Theory next week, and if he does,
absolutely not. We don't do that.
If he does, then he's going into Mania as champion, and the whole thing is going to be is that Brock's going to do the storyline of he doesn't really care about the title, he just wants Bobby, and Bobby's got the title on him, so he'll happily go for a mid-card title. That's going to be the whole storyline thing behind it. That's going to be the plan behind it.
And then Theory versus Cena with nothing. Okay. Potentially
Theory versus Cena. That's also changing as well. I'll bring that one up.
It looks like that's clear and dry to me that Cena. Theory, but I could. I don't. It depends what they filmed. It depends what they filmed.
It's not. It's not. There's a reason why they filmed it. There's a reason why they filmed it.
All right.
Basically,
rip the Band-Aid off. Let's go.
Basically, they have pitched to Cena the Cena versus Logan match and Cena versus Theory match. Now, Cena has still yet to decide which one he wants to face. He's been told he's got to decide by the 28th because that'll be when it'll be decided. Now, if he...
Oh, that's the Rumble, right?
Yeah, that's the Rumble, yeah. So he's got.
So he's going to be in the Rumble?
Basically, yeah. So a bit of a spoiler alert there. And it's going to be whoever he eliminates is who he's facing. Now, they had it down as he wants to face. On one part, he wants to face Logan.
Yeah.
But because of that whole crypto scam thingy or whatever, he's a little bit dubious of it. So they filmed Theory stuff, but the Theory stuff as well is also to do with 2K. They filmed a lot of stuff with Theory to do with 2K as well. Well, Theory and Cena for 2K due to something that's coming up in the game, which they're going to be doing. Because in 2K, they're doing a storyline between them or something. So they filmed a lot of content for that, and that's what the filming was.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Cena's crypto?
No, Logan's crypto thingy. Do you not know about that? The whole Logan thing?
No, I do. Oh, I thought you meant Cena was like, whoa, no, keep me away from him. I thought you meant that.
No.
I was like, what?
It's to do with obviously it's to do with obviously the whole.
So you're saying Logan might be in legal proceedings or whatever?
Yeah, it depends. The whole thing's going to depend on what I've basically been told is WE want Logan versus Cena.
Well, yeah, that's a monster match.
Yeah, they want Logan versus Cena, and it will all depend on if Logan shows up on the 28th. If Logan's in the Rumble, then it's going to be Cena versus Logan. If Logan isn't in the Rumble, then it's Cena versus Theory. Basically.
I have to imagine Logan would be in the Rumble.
Yeah,
clearly he's a fan, and he's wrestled at WrestleMania. He's wrestled at SummerSlam. He's main evented Crown Jewel. I would think one of his things is like, yeah, I want to be in the Rumble.
Yeah. So it depends because obviously, like I said, Triple H wants him, and that he's willing to overlook everything that's going on at the moment. But Logan, it depends on what happened with Logan. Basically,
if he can delay all that till after Mania season, they won't need him for a few more months till SummerSlam.
Yeah,
or Saudi, for that matter.
Yeah. So what I've been told and what a couple of others have been told as well, because when I heard that information, because it's been going around and stuff from it today, a lot of other sources have all heard the exact same information, and that is that their main aim is Theory versus Logan, but they have also filmed stuff for Theory versus Cena, because Cena's actually filmed for both scenarios. What Cena's filmed is because he's not obviously going to be a bank between Rumble and Mania and that with filming stuff. Cena has filmed enough for a Logan feud and for a Theory feud. So technically, it kind of depends which one which route they go by, but that'll be decided at the Rumble.
Basically. Okay, let's say Cena faces Theory. Who would Logan face?
That's the next big question, because that's obviously the issue now which they've got there is they don't have no opponent for Logan.
And vice versa. If Cena faces Logan, who does Theory face? That's going to be easier to do. But
Theory, there was a pitch to do a ladder match.
Ladder match.
Theory was a ladder match, a 5-man ladder match for the US Championship.
Did I jump the gun there with Stone Cold?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I did.
But yeah, so that could be that one. But then again, there's also talks that they want to put LA Knight into a high prominent match at Mania. So it could be Knight versus Theory or something like that, and stuff like that. But it's I don't know which one they're going down, because at the minute they're still deciding on it. There was a report come down the other day saying that Mania is locked, but Mania is not locked at all. But that report, bear in mind, was from Steve Carrier of Ringside News, so that tells you everything.
How is Mania locked when they don't even have the Rumble? Yeah.
Exactly.
And injuries happen. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but there's a few matches locked, but
So when Theory got pulled from the main event in Canada, that's why he got pulled to come film the Cena stuff.
Yeah, he was filming. He was filming a lot of stuff because, like I said, Jeff, he was filming a lot of stuff for 2K and also a potential feud. That's what it is basically. So yeah, there's a few. It was loads of things that he was filming for it. Yeah,
I wonder who Cena would pick, because like Theory's been the match for a while.
Yeah,
and like and Cena's his boy, so like I imagine Theory's all for that.
Yeah, but that's why, if you've noticed as well, WWE have set up Logan and Theory to both call out John Cena in a certain way. So you've had the Cena teases from Theory. You've also then had Cena stuff from Logan as well, because
Cena posted them to his Instagram today.
So it's still
yesterday.
So it's up to Cena. He's got until the 28th, basically. So he's got until the day of the Rumble to decide. And then whichever way, they're going to have him eliminate whoever he's so the person who he's facing will eliminate him in the Rumble, basically. So that'd be a bit of a spoiler there. So that's when you'll find out who he's facing. It's either Theory or Logan, basically. That'd be what it is. But anyway, we better get back on with SmackDown now. We digress quite a lot.
Yeah, I heard Rumble. I'm so excited. I love the Royal Rumble. So like I'm so excited. I could talk for the Rumble for 2 straight weeks. Not 2 straight, but 2 straight episodes. So next we had a Karrion Kross and Rey Mysterio promo. Karrion Kross was dressed like IRS, and he puts Rey to sleep. I don't know why that's a feud, quite frankly, but I guess you need stuff for Kross to do.
Yeah.
Until Vince comes back and says, "Where's your gear, bro?"
gives him the gimp mat. Gives him that gimp mat's back, and then where's your mask, Kross? Oh, I lost it. Don't worry, I got another one. No, please God. Next we have Tegan Nox versus Xia Li. Pretty uneventful SmackDown. We had Tegan defeat Xia Li. For reasons. It seems everybody's just kind of stalling right now until the Rumble, which is cool. Yeah.
We have Bray Wyatt. We have a Bray Wyatt promo.
Yeah.
No Uncle Howdy on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But if you notice, Bray confused everyone because he said, "I am Uncle Howdy." He said, "I am Uncle Howdy," but like he's not. That's the thing. He's not, but he's obviously now confused everybody.
Bray Wyatt versus Uncle Howdy. I could have never imagined that at WrestleMania. But here we are. I get to see that live. I don't know how that's gonna be. He said Green Bay, we're here. Then we had Liv versus Raquel. Raquel won. So yeah, I'll get into my Rumble game. I'll give you a few bits of info. I still have to get it set that up. It won't be hard. But main event, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. These two always have a great match. Yeah. It looked like Zayn had the win until the Bloodline, minus Roman and minus Heyman, came in and started attacking Owens. They put Owens... Wait, am I misremembering? They put Owens through the table. The announce table, right?
Yeah, they did, Jeff.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. And then you could see Zayn was like hesitant, planting those seeds a little more.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how SmackDown ends.
Have you seen the picture going around from the end of SmackDown?
No.
Basically, you know when they've got Zayn. You know when they're stood over Kevin Owens at the end.
Oh, Owens has his hand on his boot, right? Or leg or something like that. Yeah, I did see that. I think I saw that like last weekend. That's why I didn't remember. Yeah, he's got like there we go. Like the hand on the boot or his leg or something. Okay,
yeah. Little bit of a tease there, isn't it?
It's the little stuff that keeps it going, and it's like, okay, I'm on board. I'm in.
Sort of see what they come up with in it, really. Following that one though.
Yeah. But that's SmackDown. The Rumble game. So pretty much we are going to predict who we think is going to come in at number 1, number 2, and number 30 for each Rumble. I'm going to give you a list of names. Simple yes or no. Are they in the Rumble? If you think they are, just say yes. If you think they aren't, just say no. And obviously, it's not going to be guys that are confirmed. It's going to be surprises.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this on my other stream, my other YouTube stream. I had to do it. Sorry, I'll do that
Some
again.
bloody signs again.
Yeah, I had to do it. But yeah, I'm doing that on my other stream, and I thought of it. I'm like, this could be cool for both shows. So,
Yeah.
you know, I think I'm just gonna do the same thing twice, but I have 2 very different audiences. So, and what else could we do? We could predict surprise appearances. Well, that's what we're kind of doing. But it's gonna be fun. I love the Royal Rumble. I almost missed it last year.
Yeah.
Because of snow, but
Yeah.
I powered through. I got home. I went to work the night before at like midnight because of the snow.
Yeah.
And I stayed till like 5 p.m. the next day.
Yeah.
I went home, quickly slept for like a few hours, and I was just running on that energy. But by the end of the men's Rumble, I'm like, it wasn't even that good, unfortunately. And we know why now because of who booked the men's Rumble, Shane McMahon.
Yeah. Yeah. But
2023 should be good. I imagine. Who's in it? Should we look up who's in it so far?
Wow. Not yet.
Okay. You want to do Raw and then I'll get to that?
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm just really excited.
Yeah. I was going to say, because there was something which I was going to bring up on the Raw thingy about Raw Rumble.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I watched Raw, folks, so don't get mad that I didn't. But I took SmackDown. He's got Raw.
Yeah. So we might as well then start off then. So we open up the show with the Usos. Yeah.
Now I see why you wanted to do Raw first.
Yeah.
It's coming back to me.
Yeah. So we open up the show with the Usos and Solo again. No Roman, no Paul Heyman. They're obviously decided not to work this week again.
They wanted the long weekend.
Yeah, they wanted the long weekend.
For us in America, it was a long weekend, and Roman said, "I ain't coming for that."
Yeah. So
don't blame you, big dog.
Yeah. But no. So they cut a promo. Jimmy spoke about how they're running SmackDown and Raw every single week. He hopes that Kevin Owens got the message that you can't cross the tribal chief and get away with it. They talked about Roman beating Owens at the Royal Rumble. They also then said that they're going to be at Raw 30 next week. Now, at Raw 30 next week, they then announced that every generation of the Bloodline will be there for a acknowledgement ceremony for Roman Reigns.
Spoiler alert. Not every generation.
Yeah. Well, actually, you say that, and I've seen this earlier on, and somebody brought this one up. Now, they only need one person from each generation to be there from there. Now,
Ricky.
Yeah. Now, The Rock was the same generation as Rikishi, and now Rikishi is going to be there. So that is that generation covered. They don't need anybody else from that one. And then, of course, they've got problems with four.
Spoiler: Dwayne Johnson will not be appearing on Raw 30. Will not be appearing on Raw 30.
Yeah. So because that's how they worded it, was each person needs to be there, because otherwise, if you're going to have every single member of the Bloodline there, you're going to have about 20,000 people in attendance, basically. But no, there's going to be one person from each era of the Bloodline in attendance. Obviously, you're going to have like the Usos and stuff out there for it, and Roman and stuff from this era, but you're going to have that. So it won't be every single member of the Bloodline like people are assuming. I'll say that one now. They also then spoke about how next week they are defending just the Raw Tag Team Championships, not the undisputed ones, but just the Raw Tag Team Championships against the Judgment Day. Now that's something that needs to be brought up as well. Judgment Day's name has been changed. It's not Judgment Day anymore. It's now the Judgment Day. They've added "the" to it internally, basically.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah,
that's the name change.
Yeah, that's the name change. Yeah, they're not Judgment Day anymore. They are the Judgment Day. So yeah. So every week they're now going to be called the Judgment Day rather than that. They now.
when you have a break, I forgot to mention something from Smackdown. But
right, okay, yeah. I'll just get to the end of this bit anyway. Then, Judgment Day makes their way down to the ring. Rhea Ripley says they run Raw, not the Bloodline. Finn Balor said they ran the gauntlet last week. They ran through every single person in the tag team division. Now they're coming for the Bloodline. Finn thanked the ex-con Dominic Mysterio for helping them win last week. Priest then mentions that the Bloodline has never actually stepped up to the Judgment Day. He could smell the fear as well, and that they are scared for it now. The Usos then bragged about how they'll beat the Judgment Day next week. Dominic claimed they wouldn't last a minute with him in prison. They're still putting out that one. Just a pretty simple thing there. Some of the things that obviously we got then was Rhea Ripley actually got in Solo Sikoa's face. So that was obviously a bit of a stare down there. Yeah. And did you know afterwards that Rhea actually called out Roman on Twitter and told Roman to acknowledge her? yeah, Rhea Ripley actually told her, said, Roman Reigns, you need to acknowledge me.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah.
That's very funny.
After they obviously had each other in the face, after they obviously faced off against each other, Mustafa Ali came down, jumped off the top rope, attacked Solo, which then led to the break. Obviously, there's a break then, so you might as well then take over them for the minute.
Yeah, what did you I forgot to mention there's a tournament for the SmackDown Tag Champs. It's Drew and Sheamus versus the Viking Raiders on Friday. Now I'm trying to find the preview for this. Okay, I think I got it. Or at least a little one. Okay, it doesn't say anything about that. Oh, Roman Reigns. Okay. Yeah, I don't know who else is in the tournament. I don't know if it's 4 teams, 8 teams. I really don't know. Yeah. I got really confused because I went to WWE.com, and for some reason on the website they have old SmackDowns listed, and it said Butch and Sheamus were challenging for the belts, and I'm like, wait, what happened? But that was from December. Yeah. But yeah, there is a tournament. McIntyre and Sheamus are going to run through the Viking Raiders, and I wish they would use Drew McIntyre better.
Yeah.
Listen, Sheamus is great, but like, come on, McIntyre in a tag team with Sheamus. I get their buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll get into that another time.
Yeah.
Back to Raw.
Yeah. So we come back from the break anyway then. And you've got Mustafa Ali versus Solo Sikoa. Now, obviously, we all know who won that one. That was Solo Sikoa. It seemed at one point that Mustafa Ali was in control, but no, Solo took over. Average fight. I wouldn't really say it was anything really spectacular. And that, like, you've got Solo just doing his normal knock him out, sort of knock him around a little bit. Street Fighter thing. Yes, you've got that one. It was a short match, basically. Yeah, I wouldn't really rate it that high for it. It was mainly the chaos on that as well. Owens brought in with the Usos, provided some chaos during the match. That was probably about the most exciting thing. After the match, you had Kevin Owens attacked Solo Sikoa straight away and hit Solo with a stunner. That's basically what you had. And then, officials and referees came down. Bloodline retreated to the back as normal. We then go into a promo from Bobby Lashley talking about the main event, which I will quickly bring up the graphic for because we may as well discuss this at this time. So the main event was a 6-man tag. It was The Miz versus Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin with JBL versus Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins. Lashley just told everyone that he's coming for Austin Theory and his US title, and he's going to put Theory away for good. We then had a commercial which aired for the 30th anniversary next week. Now, I'm not sure if I've got the actual graphic for that one, but they have.
I can try and remember the names off the top of my head.
Yeah,
I got most of them, I think. All right, so Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, the Bellas, Ron Simmons.
Damn.
Yeah. Maybe Rikishi. I see it. X-Pac.
Oh, yeah, there's a graphic anyway. Yeah.
I'm missing some of the other names. Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of legends are coming through.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah, obviously that was a graphic which I flagged up there by mistake. Obviously that's just advertising it. There was one thing as well that people have been picking up on. Did you notice at the very start of that Monday Night Raw of that trailer there for advertising next week? The first trailer which they advertised it had just a basic intro. This one this week had Vince in it right at the start saying "Welcome to Monday Night Raw."
Yes,
So
I did pick up on that.
Yeah. So they've put Vince back into it. So that's something to just sort of have a look into and sort of think about that one. Now this is now where we move on into the thing which I also wanted to discuss. Now we now have a Cody video, package, and right at the end of it. It is discussed that Cody is going to come back and enter the Royal Rumble. So Rhodes will be in the Royal Rumble match itself, which is pretty good. Some people are obviously complaining that that Cody should never have been announced and that he should have been a surprise, but that's completely irrelevant. Obviously, Bobby's disappeared, so I'll just keep going whilst Bobby has disappeared. He's obviously had to go off and go and do something. So Cody Rhodes will be back in the Rumble. We then moved on to an Elias interview with Byron Saxton. He was just saying about how he was summarising 2022. MVP left the room and someone said that later in the night, Elias will be meeting the Royal Rumble winner. And then, basically, and then he then walked into there. I assume you're back now. Then after that small interruption, I was just carried on.
Did you catch the audio or?
No, I didn't. No.
Did you hear what we said or no? Okay, good.
No.
Yeah, good. Then, I tried to get my mom on camera. She wasn't happy. So.
Oh, fair enough.
I tried, folks.
So we had that promo there, and then backstage, we go on then to the next match, which is the Street Profits versus Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Dawkins was wearing some Cincinnati Bengal gears since he's from the area. He, I think I've said that right anyway, or Bengals, I don't know. I think you could be frozen, Bobby, by the way. Just letting you know. Pretty average match. MVP showed up at ringside as the Hurt Business reunion continued to be teased. Yes, Bobby has died for this. I will bring him back. Are you back in?
Yeah. It said
Bobby died on us. Yeah.
It said my internet was unstable, and I'm like, well, for an unstable guy like me, that checks out.
Fair enough. I literally just got up to MVP showed up back at ringside, and we had more Hurt Business reunion teasing. The Street Profits won the match in the end. It was it was a solid match for a tag team match on Monday Night Raw. Post match, Benjamin and Alexander weren't happy about MVP, who had attempted to help. Next thing we then have is a Judgment Day interview backstage by Kathy Kelly. The Alpha Academy interrupted them. I almost said American Alphas then. That's the old ones. that shows
Now, I missed what you said. I assume you told them name redacted entered the Rumble?
Yeah.
Always been my favorite wrestler.
Yeah, I know, yes, so they just then have an interview backstage with Chad Gable going, shush, please. It went on a little bit too long, and basically it was just saying about their match later on. Next thing we then have is Becky comes out. She is going to call out Becky. Becky is calling out Bailey. This was actually pretty entertaining because Lynch kept calling her a Karen. She kept calling her a Karen and stuff because of the thing.
And Bailey just kept saying, "No, my name is Bailey." Like, what?
Yeah.
Huh? What?
Yeah. It was quite funny actually. I was laughing.
It was.
Yeah, that would be there.
And then Becky Lynch appealing to the hometown crowd because they were in Cincinnati, and some of you non-football fans, the Cincinnati Bengals had advanced in the playoffs the night before.
Yeah.
And Becky said, "I dyed my hair orange for you guys." Like, it's not always orange. Just to get the hometown pop.
Yeah. There was then a comeback then from Bailey where she turned around and said the only reason that Becky became the man is because she got punched in the face by another woman. Obviously, that other woman, Nia Jax, but they won't speak about her because she's been slagging the company off recently. But we won't go into that. So Lynch says maybe I should punch you in the face, and then you might actually become somebody else. And then it ended up in basically Becky challenging Bailey to a steel cage match next week.
The card is stacked for next week.
Yeah. Or 30, which is pretty good. Dolph Ziggler is then shown in the locker room after that with Mustafa Ali walking up to him. Ali's complaining about Ziggler getting opportunities and Ali's not. Basically, it then just shows a promo for this Friday, which it says then Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens will have a contract sign-in for the Royal Rumble match. And then obviously then we have then a preview then for the McIntyre and Sheamus versus Viking Raiders match, which you've already obviously brought up. Next thing then we then have Omos versus Elias. That's come about when it was then revealed that Omos is back. He's with MVP. He came out basically and just done that. It was an easy win for Omos. Pretty simple match there, pretty quick match as well for it. He took basically all it took was a big move by Omos to get the pinfall win. Adam Pearce was interviewed by Byron Saxton. Pearce said that Raw 30 is going to be unbelievable. Whilst Pearce talked about the 6-man match for the US title, Akira Tozawa walked in and said he wants in the Royal Rumble. Pearce said he can put him in the Royal Rumble, providing that he wins a match. I don't think... they haven't announced what that match is yet, I don't think. I don't think it was. Judgment Day is shown backstage, ready for their match. That then goes into commercial. Come back from commercial, we then have the Judgment Day versus Alpha Academy. It was the Judgment Day won that one. It was about 12 minute match basically for that one. It was all right. The normal distractions and stuff like what you have in there. There was a video tribute to Martin Luther King Jr. since it was Martin Luther King Day. Commercial then aired for NXT, just showing what's happening in there as normal, like what they normally do now on Raw. We then move on to Io Sky versus Minchin or Mia Yim with Candice LeRae. Pretty rubbish match, really, I would say. It's like, it seems to be that these are just sort of filler matches for the moment. Mia Yim at the pinfall within 5 minutes, a pretty short match. That was basically it. That was horrendous. We now had Bliss in that show. Well, after that, then we had Bliss show up backstage. The announcers talked about the Royal Rumble, and the match is there. Bianca shows up in the ring then next. She called out Bliss. They mentioned about it at the Royal Rumble. They are going to fight again. So you've then got Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship again there. They then started fighting in the crowd. All of a sudden, all you have from the stands is Uncle Howdy shows up to distract Bianca. Yeah, it was obviously. Oh yeah, no, the Akira Tozawa match did happen. I completely forgot about that one. I'll get into that. So that was obviously just a bit of more teasing that Uncle Howdy is helping Alexa Bliss for that one. We're almost there, folks. I know Raw's pretty boring, but we don't get into the Akira Tozawa match, which is Bronson Reed answers it. As you can imagine, Bronson Reed wins that one, so Akira Tozawa is not in a Royal Rumble match.
Thank God.
Yeah, pretty easy win for Reed. We've then got a Seth interview backstage. He literally just says how he wants to win the six-pack challenge and how he's going to. In his words, Seth said, "In the immortal words of Freddie Mercury, I want it all and I want it now." Yes, so then the announcers go over the Raw 30 lineup. So far, then, so for next week, then, so we have Becky Lynch versus Bayley in a steel cage match. We've then got the Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony with with every generation of the Bloodline showing up. We've then got the Raw Tag Team Championship match, which is the Usos versus the Judgment Day. Actually, I've got the full list here of the legends. It then announces the legends that will be showing up next week, which is The Undertaker, HBK, Ric Flair, X-Pac, Ron Simmons, Road Dogg, Kurt Angle, Bella Twins, Teddy Long, so you know that he's going to be trying to book people in one-on-one matches with The Undertaker.
Teddy Long, I completely forgot. I met him in Dallas. Such a cool dude.
And Jerry the King Lawler. There has also been talk as well, because Ric Flair has gone round and leaked today that Hulk Hogan will also be on Raw next Monday night as well. Whoa. So we should be expecting Hulk Hogan as well there. Last match of the night was the six-pack challenge, which was Austin Theory. Austin Theory will be defending next week as well against the winner of the six-pack challenge. I won't go through it all, but it's basically elimination by pinfall or submission. As normal, The Miz got eliminated first, followed by Ziggler. Then you then have Finn Balor gets eliminated, then Corbin, and then Seth Rollins gets pinned after being speared by Lashley after 20
minutes. Finn got eliminated before Corbin? My God.
Yeah. So then that means then that next week is Lashley versus Austin Theory for the US Championship. Now, it's obviously then the Hurt Business rumors is still coming up. Could they obviously help Lashley next week to beat Theory with the other members of the Hurt Business, because that's meant to be happening soon.
You know what I want for the new Hurt Business?
What?
Bounce Cedric and Shelton.
Yeah.
And put the Street Profits in.
Yeah, they should do, actually. Yeah, I agree with that one.
Lashley and the Profits run by MVP. That would be fantastic.
That would be, yeah. So that was Raw, basically. It was a mediocre show, I'd say. Basically. That was that one. Don't really think there's much to really bring up this week because it's been relatively quiet, hasn't it? So
besides yesterday, that. I was gonna go over the Rumble participants, but we could do that next week.
Actually,
more.
Bring it up now. Actually, might as well. Yeah, bring it up now.
Yeah, we got to give the fans an hour, so you know.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
I have it right here. Now there's 11 for the men's and 4 for the women's.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
Wonderful. That was going to take you a while, isn't it?
Oh, I heard Wonder 4. I'm like, huh? Okay. So for the men's, we have Kofi Kingston, Santos Escobar, Ricochet, Austin Theory, Seth friggin' Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Rey Mysterio, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and Omos. Now, just to add a few more names, I imagine Drew McIntyre and Sheamus will be in there. I wouldn't be shocked if Solo Sikoa is in there.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Sammy, Kevin. Oh, no, not Kevin. Sammy, maybe. Maybe the Usos to try and win it, so that Roman doesn't have to face anybody. Um, and then you got your surprises. Any idea on who you think a surprise could be? Or
Yeah.
I
Well.
mean, okay, so how about like somebody out of like left field, like not like an Edge, but I am okay with Edge coming back in the Rumble because
Yeah.
this is his last year,
I
so
mean. I mean.
let him
I
do his
mean.
thing.
Obviously, the thing is obviously I've heard a few names, so I will say that I think we're getting a Forbidden Door entrant. I do. I seriously think we're getting at least one or two Forbidden Door entrances
From
from
Impact.
New Japan. New Japan. There might be one or two from Impact as well. Might be.
Who would? Oh, like Cardona.
Well, Cardona's actually signed to WWE now, or he will be signed to WWE. And that,
Okay, yeah,
yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah,
Matt Hardy, Chelsea Green's husband.
yeah. As they told me, I said, yeah, we don't know about that one, yeah, but yeah, that was. Don't worry, this is just somebody who we talked to. He's
I'm probably gonna get ripped apart in the comments for saying that. Just, no, I didn't say that. I'm
yeah,
just making fun of somebody who did.
yeah,
I know, I know who Chelsea Green's married to.
yeah, but no, yeah, no,
Brian Myers.
yeah, obviously, yeah, definitely, but no, it's there's going to be a few. I think we get one or two from Impact. There has been some talks about a few people from there. There is definitely a few names mentioned from New Japan as well, to go along with the whole bloodline thing as well. But obviously, I won't spoil it if people haven't obviously seen the Patreon post which I put out there. But there is a few names on there. I'm thinking as well. There's going to be a fair few legends on that front. So,
So just to throw. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the WrestleCon lineup now. For those of you that don't know, that's the convention they do the week of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Matt Cardona is listed for it.
Yep.
No Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
But Cardona is.
Yeah.
They added some people. I didn't even know. Okay. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Sorry. This is live reaction on air. They added Tessa Blanchard a while ago. They added Tessa Blanchard a while ago.
Yep.
Her husband's going to be there too. Her ex-husband.
Yeah. So
and the woman she got accused of calling a racist slur is going to be there too. So that's just going to be fun.
Yep.
Mark Sterling, I didn't see him get announced, but that's cool. Mick Foley, I would. So Cardona is there because I thought I remember seeing Tony Storm. Oh, AEW. I will not go into a preview. I will not go into a review. But Adam Cole, thank you.
Yeah, he's back. Yeah.
I met him in Dallas. He was the nicest human being to everyone. Yeah. And you know what? The guy deserves a comeback. And you know what? He took one on the chin to keep his return a secret. Because did you hear the announcers? They didn't even know.
No, I didn't hear it. I didn't watch it.
It was only Adam Cole, Britt Baker, and Tony Khan who knew. On the run sheet for AEW, it said promo by TBD.
Okay.
So when Adam Cole's music hit, that was a genuine reaction by the announcer.
Yeah. Okay.
And Adam Cole, I have no reason to not believe him. The story he said of him vomiting in car rides. I have no reason to not believe that because but they snuck him into Dynamite and he was laying on the ground of the car.
Okay.
With a hoodie over his face, so it seemed like he was willing to take one for the team to keep his return a secret. So I commend Adam Cole. Like I said, he suffered 2 concussions. He blew out his shoulder. I am so happy he's back. When his music hit, I was so happy because I absolutely love Adam Cole. And like I said, the guy's the nicest guy. His career did not deserve to end that way, and thankfully it's not. And
Talk about going back to something that you mentioned a minute ago, and I forgot to mention this bit earlier on actually. The personnel list for WWE for Wikipedia. I know obviously people can go in and edit it, but if you actually look at the edits, this was actually done by WWE. This edit was. Now, the personnel list for WWE. Notice last name. Yeah, she's been. Yeah.
Wait, is his actual real life name Matt Cardona? I should probably know that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's his birth legal name. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So she is back on the WWE roster.
Just have her appear in the Rumble. That's
when it's going to be. Yeah, that's when it's going to be. I reckon. Yeah.
That's a perfect spot. Why?
So, but she's unassigned at the moment because she hasn't been assigned to a show because obviously she's like not actually obviously appeared on TV yet. But she is.
You know what they should have her do?
What?
And I've seen this making the rounds, and I'm all for it. She should run Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
Chelsea can talk. She's a great character. In ring, she's not the best, but she's not the worst. And those girls are lost right now, quite frankly. I hate to say it.
Yeah.
I really hate to say it, but I feel like Chelsea would be top dog in that division for the most part. She would be like the Mandy Rose.
Yeah. Well, there was talks of when she was coming back that she was going to go to NXT, so that could obviously potentially.
I'd be for it.
Unless
I like Chelsea Green.
Up. I mean, they could be calling Toxic up now, and obviously if they do call up the two from Toxic, then it could obviously then be that she does that on there. But I've also heard Sonya's name mentioned for that.
Oh, to run Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, they're talking about it because that whole thing where they'd done it before when Mandy was off. So yeah, that's what they were talking about.
Yeah,
one of the two.
Doesn't seem like Mandy Rose is coming back anytime soon.
No, it doesn't. No. One other thing as well. I don't know, obviously, like whether people watch this, but on the YouTube for WWE, they have a Maximum Models bit on there, and
oh, good lord,
this led to this week of Marseille is actually missing. If anyone's actually seen Marseille, they've actually done full wanted posters that and put it up missing posters of that. They've got their own hashtag and everything for it. So
I will say,
Marseille is missing.
Age ? Is very hilarious, and race never ran a race.
Yeah,
that's now that threw me off, but that was in a good way.
Yeah, but yeah, no, so they've. So Marseille is missing. So if anyone sees Marseille, please report to WWE or use the hashtag, which they
don't. I'm okay with them just.
Yeah. So, but yeah, some of the stuff they're bringing up at the moment there is pretty hilarious. I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah, no, it's pretty.
It seems like Triple H is just letting them do their own thing, and that's a good thing because this is actually quite comical. Like Dom attacking Ray because he put the Christmas tree up before December. It's just so stupid, but it's actually like, okay, this is actually kind of funny.
Yeah. So, but no, they So there's some of the segments that they've been doing on it because I watched it this week and some of the segments that they've done on it was pretty hilarious. To be fair, they keep doing like LA 90s and stuff. But obviously, we know he's not going to go back to that because unless obviously Vince takes power again, But
did you see what Nick Khan said?
Yeah, about Triple H, not Triple H.
He said not discuss creative with Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
so that's good.
Yeah. Did you also see that?
I think we're discussing the same thing. I think we're
probably
the same thing.
Which one are you going to say? Go on, you say it.
About what he said about Tony Khan.
Yeah.
I called him a kid. Tony Khan's like 40. Tony Khan's like 40.
Yeah.
I think he had a kid. Yeah. A little backhanded comment, but but he was also like, they asked him, do you think, he's like, well, how do you think they're doing? He's like, I don't run the book, so I couldn't tell you how they're doing.
Yeah.
So he was still professional, but he threw a little zinger in there. And he said he wouldn't confirm nor deny about if you smell coming back for the Rumble.
Well, he is, so we all know he is. So everyone knows it by now. So Yeah, it'll be in there. There was one other comment as well, which I retweeted earlier on. Actually, is he turned around and said at the end of it, I do believe that his exact words were, "There's only ever one boss in WWE, and it's not me. It's always been Vince, and it always will be Vince." That's what he. That was what Nick Khan said. He goes, "I'm not the boss of WWE. It's always going to be Vince." So, yeah, basically, yeah. So it's going to be, yeah. So that was quite an interesting way to end it. Yeah. So that was that was that one there. But no, yeah. So that's basically everything then from this week. Then there's not really much else. Because obviously, yeah, news and that's all been covered this week, and yeah,
we'll be back next week. We'll Royal Rumble predictions.
Yeah, we'll do a different show again next week. Then I think we'll do the Royal Rumble predictions one next week, and maybe do a couple of things. So rather than just doing the normal reviews and stuff, we'll do a different show next week. That'll be a bit of a heads up for everyone there. Bit of a unique show next week. We're trying to aim for.
Just hit me up with what you think, and I'll deny it, and we'll go from there.
You'll deny it, and then we'll just do it anyway. So that's
probably. I mean, I got denied my idea. I won't say what it was on the air, but
I'll say what it was. Okay. It was a 20 minutes. You wanted to do a 20-minute silence for some reason. And then what was it? It was then a 20-minute
round of applause.
Yeah. That was a 20-minute round of applause, and 20 minutes and whatever else then. I suppose you didn't ask for a bloody 2,000 bell salute or something, or like a bloody gun salute or something like that. Like I was expecting that one to come out next, and then after that one, so yeah.
I mean, if you have one, you could shoot it.
No, I'm all right. No, not right. No.
Now, for those of you that watch The Office, the American version, that's a line from there when he's doing. Have you ever watched that show?
I've watched the English one, but not the American one.
So the American one, Michael Scott is doing like his 15th year anniversary.
Yeah.
Or whatever, and the main guy, not the main guy, but his number two in the office, he's like, well, I thought we'd start with a 15-minute round of applause. And then the one guy's like, and then he goes, and then a 15-minute moment of silence, and then the one character in the back, he's like, okay, of course, no. So that's where I got it from, and I added the 20 minutes just to switch it up.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that's denied. But no, so that's that one. Yeah, so that's it. The only difference that we will do, and I have been deciding this, is maybe in a couple of years, because I'm expecting in a couple of years if we're still going in that, when Vince goes, I am scheduling a 6-hour-long show, and that.
He's outliving both of us, let's be real.
Yeah, okay, yeah, for Vince's best bits and that, and I'm just going to bring up loads and loads of clips in that of just like Vince's best bits and stuff like that. It's going to be about a 6-7 hour show, I reckon, in the end, and that,
Vince is outliving both of us.
Probably. He's going to get himself cryogenically frozen, isn't he? So he can constantly run WWE. He'll just be there like
robot Vince.
Get defrosted every Monday night so you can run Raw and get defrosted. You get frozen again. That's what they're doing it. So
the Saudis will have him immortalized somehow.
So wrap him up or something. Like, I don't know. There's sort something out of it, but that'd be something. But no, so that's it then. So do you want to do your normal thing that you normally end it with?
Yes, but I have something to announce in case people did not see. I told Xero about this. I am doing my first interview next week. Now I am interviewing Major League Wrestling manager and professional interviewer Alicia Atut. Now this has been in the works for a while, and we finally nailed down a time and date. So I will be interviewing her next Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. I will be live on my channel, so you got to do that.
Yeah,
and also make sure you gotta. I will also be doing a Royal Rumble stream next Friday. I'll mention that again next week.
Yeah.
I think that's about it on my end. There was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember.
Well, we're so I'll get the links in there again, obviously with the post to Bobby's breakdowns. We will get that one out so that people can subscribe and everything beforehand. Obviously look out for the links and everything there. So that's That's it done then. I am going to end it slightly differently today, for a little bit, right as we cut off. So there's just a little thing that I'm going to flash up at the end, just because of obviously yesterday's news and stuff. So there's a little thing I'm going to do. So, but anyway, yeah. So this is Xero anyway. I'm signing out. This is me done.
I'm Bobby, and I'm also done for the week.
Bye. So yeah.
Goodbye.